I ain't gonna say nothing.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Bird the Nerd with my homie Ralph Belair. We are doing a CGC unboxing. That's the comic books. 5/18. Happy, what is it? Baseball day, opening day, all that stuff, man. Want to thank my buddy Ralph for joining me today. We're just doing a quick little show. Thanks everybody for coming through. Let's get into it. So far, we got 3 live in the building. Let's say what's up to the homies in the chat.
What up?
Wheelchair Superhero 87. No, sir, you are right on time. The way this kind of works is like we only got we'll kind of chill out for a little bit and then we'll get into the slides and all that, kind of what I told you backstage. But if everyone, this is my good friend Ralph. We used to work together back in the day at good old Banana Republic, which is no longer Banana Republic. It's going to be an art gallery now. I don't know if you knew that, but
you know that, man.
They're making it into an art gallery.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. man. So Ralph moved down to warmer climates down in Arizona. He's from New York originally, right? Upstate, right?
Yes, sir. Spring Valley.
Yeah. So obviously, as you all can see, he is a fan of the Dark Empire, New York Yankees. I mean, he probably wearing Yankee underwear right now.
And no, I got my Yankee socks on.
Oh my god!
I would have had my Yankee shorts, but in Arizona it's only like 65 degrees today. So
okay, cool. Yeah, so kind of funny story about me and Ralph. Like we've always been we used to go get dim sum together. We used to go get drink, all that stuff. Like we were like young bucks, man. We were like late 20s, like on early 30s, and just just hang out in Seattle and just trying to have a good time. I think we were both single at the time, or here and there. But
you weren't single.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
You're with Adrian on the low.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, on the low. Yeah. And no, man, we just kind of kept in touch, man. We've been friends 10 plus years, man. Yep. I don't even know, man.
Yep.
It's been a long time since we've been friends, but we kind of reconnected because I was posting some comic book stuff up here and there, and Ralph was like, "Hey, man, what should I be looking out for?" And this is during the pandemic and a little bit last year here and there. And I was like, "Man, just come on with the show, dude. Let's do some comic book unboxing. Maybe you can ask you some questions about grading stuff and investments and what stores are good, all that stuff." And just to reconnect, man, I think this is what's cool about the community is you get to Ralph and I became friends because of work, but I never really knew that he was into I knew he was into fashion and art and whatnot. But we didn't really talk about comic books because I wasn't really reading them back then. We were more into what the coolest shade of color we could wear out to the club or bar. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Ralph, why don't you we got 5 in the chat right now. Let's throw some comments in there. I don't know what you guys are up to right now, but Ralph, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, yeah, you explained everything directly about me. I kind of call myself a certified nerd, but I had to keep that on the low. I had to put that cool guy fashion routine on you.
Yeah.
But I'm an anime guy. Grew up in New York, where a lot of the comic books are printed and produced. If you ever read a X-Men book, when they talk about Rochester or Rockland County, I grew up in Rockland County, so anything X-Men, I'm a huge fan of. It just made me feel like I was a part of the comic book. As you get older, I had a huge collection. I had X-Force Volume 1 in the bag. A lot of the Jim Lee X-Men stuff, first images, Rob Liefeld, all kind of stuff like that. And then as you get old, you try to put that cool guy persona in. Sold all my comic book collection. Matter of fact, I had New Mutants 99 with Deadpool, and got rid of all my comic books for $25 because I was broke. Now, I'm more of an anime guy, but I'm still trying to. Hopefully, I can get some education. But I'm like a Gundam guy, Naruto. I got stuff like this on my desk. Stuff like this.
Show off.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I got some stuff behind me. In my case, DC guy. But I kind of got into fashion. I just moved to Phoenix, trying to, I'm going to be opening up a shop in October. called Belair. If you want to follow us on the Instagram, it's at Belair Scottsdale. I also have an Instagram at Ralph Belair. Just so you can kind of, I haven't posted too much until we get real in depth into the shop. I got my German Shepherd Lando right here who wants me to throw the ball. But I definitely, Fernando's kind of taught me a lot about the game. I also have some questions about some of the comics because I'm trying to get back into the game as far as collecting X-Men comic books. So I'm excited to be here. Hopefully I can be here more often. I try to follow Fernando as much as I can. I'm trying to get the guy to open up a comic book store in Old Town Scottsdale because there's money for it in Scottsdale. But, Fernando's kind of negative. He doesn't like the market. But, hey, with or without him, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, like I used to own the first time Bishop was in the comic book. And then Fernando's like, oh, that's an $80 comic book. Anything past this, I don't know if y'all can see this. I need Omega Red. I think I got past, or I only got 2 Omega Red, but I'm trying to get like 3, 4, 5. Sometimes I jump on. I'm trying to get them in order. I got like X-Men Forever, huge into Transformers. But we can go on. I'm just gonna listen, and Fernando made me get this one right here.
I did, huh?
Yeah, that was all.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the second appearance of Amadeus Cho. And Incredible Hulk number 100. That's a long-term kind of hold.
Yeah.
But man, I've always admired like legit, not just like trying to blow smoke up your ass, but like when I was trying to like come up with like a t-shirt kind of idea or just like a design type of thing, I would hit up when I felt more comfortable, like just asking Ralph. I would like hit him up and be like, hey man, what do you think of this? Or like, like what would like be a cool like font? But like so this is your website that's still under construction and whatnot. But man, look how clean that is. Like if you're trying to market yourself or like trying to like come up with like your quote unquote like your brand or whatnot, man, like hit up Ralph, dude. He will talk your ear off in a good way.
Yes.
But no, I meant like it's so simple. It's like, but it's so clean too. And like black and white, it's like a simple like kind of combination, right? But you just make it work. I've always admired your like creativity, like artistically, whether it be like, try out like that outfit or that pair of pants with that. And I'm like, oh no, I can pull that off. And you'd be like, no, just try it out. I'm like, well, you can pull it off, but like I can't, so it's kind of different.
You could do that with a comic book logo. Right now my mind's already racing.
Okay.
Only 1,000 square feet, baby.
Yeah, and this is the other reason I like talking to this guy. Like we'll talk like probably like I don't know once like every 3 months, just like give each other shit or like whatever. But like we'll end up talking for like an hour, talking about just like random just ideas about like everything. And like I said, I feel like Ralph's like we've been really good friends for a long time, even though you moved down to Arizona, and you hate me and all that stuff. So he's gonna talk a little shit. He's gonna talk a little shit to me. Which I hope you guys are all prepared and ready for. But we got some good people in the chat. We got Sizzle Pop in the chat. What's going on, Sizzle Pop? I will say this past pre-screen, it's not my it's not my best. Let's be honest. I left the 9.4s out. Probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Gallon TV. What's going on, my friend? We got Hated Kuroji. I think you're a new person in the chat, and Wheelchair Superhero 87. I know. I believe these two guys have shows, so give everybody a follow. We're all about growing the community and all that good stuff. We also have a Discord. The links are in my bio, but myself, this guy named Trey, y'all know who Trey is. Ralph, Marcus, and Vinny. We all have a show on Mondays on the OTR on the Radar Discord or on the Radar Collectibles. It's not just comic books. We talk about NFTs. We talk about sports cards. We talk about CDs, cassettes. Bro, you should definitely. And he's got freaking issues. My Pinoy brother from another mother. Dude, you would love that. You would love our OTR Monday night show, man. We talk about art. There's a dude, Marcus. He's a producer out of Houston. We were looking at like cassettes the other day and like old school. What was it? Atari video games and like sealed stuff. So if you're ever just like bored on a Monday at like 6 o'clock Pacific time, come through. All the links are in the bio too. And yeah, like I said on the kind of on the Instagrams, if I get up to 10 people, I'll do a giveaway of some raw books. If I get to 20 though, I'll give away a CGC slab book and all that stuff. So Ralph, before I get into this, you want to show off some of the books that like kind of your favorites or whatnot, or you want me to just get into this?
Nah, yeah, let's get into it. I mean, like I said, anything back in the Jim Lee era, 1990, 1991, actually a little bit earlier. Like I said, just growing up in Spring Valley, man, it felt like it was in my backyard, and that's when I was kind of able to, harness my imagination. I got into girls and all that, and I kind of lost that passion, but I feel like you helped me gain that back. So, I'm all in right now. So, I mean, if anyone wants to give me a follow, I'll follow back and get the information. I mean, I've been digging in the crates, going to half price books, anything I can find. But I felt like, I was a part of the golden era. It sucks that I lost a lot of those issues. But the dialogue is great. I'm going to, try to be here every week and, try to grow this. And, I'm kind of developing my passion. I mean, I feel like you can mix fashion and comic books. I have my inner nerd. Honestly, I'm thinking about starting a blog myself just to kind of find things. So, it's crazy. We've known each other this long and, for how many years, we've been close when we were living in Seattle together. And it took me moving to Phoenix to find out, you're all into this and the whole grading process. And, now I got a passion of getting cards. I got cards in the corner. I got like toys over here. I'm about to buy this Garfield Medicom toy for $150. It's like a little 2-footer. So stuff like that. I got a bottle of Kaz. I don't know if you guys are into Kaz, Hennessy. Got that age from 2012, I believe. So
cool.
Thank you for inviting me, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's get into it, man. So Ralph, like a lot of the people in the chat, probably 99.9, 100% of the people in the chat they come here for comic books. Obviously to read them. Oh, and you got a New York homie in the chat too, Mr. John Smith.
What up, John?
He's my Pokemon guru, if you will. But yeah, so one of the things that has happened in the past, decade or so, but specifically in the past like 3 to 4 years, is the concept of grading a comic book. They are all known as collectibles now, and Ralph is in the house, my Cali homie, and Ralph is also on the OTR. We'll probably have an announcement later in the next coming weeks. We got to figure out a schedule, but Ralph and I will be doing our own show along with the part of the OTR channel. Kind of a mini announcement there, but hopefully details will come out sooner. We'll still be on the show together, but it's separate from. We'll do a separate show, kind of like a different channel on the network, quote unquote. So, yeah. So grading's been a big thing because people want to know what the actual condition of a comic book is, and that obviously that condition of that comic book, much like grading, baseball cards, is a indicator of how much a comic book is worth or what it should go for. So obviously if you got a question in the chat there, Ralph.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I see that.
Whatchamacallit? Yeah. So much like grading baseball cards, like your Alex Rodriguez's, your Mark McGuire's, your Rafael Palmeiros. I'm listing off a bunch of stereo guys. I'm just kind of being stupid. Comic books have been going to that as well. And obviously, like, golden age, silver age, bronze age was pretty expensive ages to grade. A majority of these books are all modern. So what that means is basically, the books that we read up until like today. So there's some newer books here you may not be familiar with, but I'm sure you can, kind of whatever. And yeah, hit that like button as well, people. I would appreciate y'all hitting that like button. So usually like CGC unboxing videos, like they just show the grades and the titles. Well, I like to go a little more in depth. I'm a money guy, right? I do mortgages, on the side, or that's my full-time job. So I like to always like educate people, right, on what the market's doing. Yeah, we did yesterday, man. And I checked out like 4 of your videos. It's good stuff, dude. So I'm doing an unboxing. I'm going to reveal the grades. So you always want a 9.8. That's like a 9.5 or almost like a 10 in cards, right? 9.8 is like, that's going to get your best tier. Anything 9.9 or 10 is almost impossible unless it's like a very high grade, like metal comic book cover. So kind of going through these, I'm going to go through 3 and kind of give a description to you and the audience as of what the comics we're trying to grade here and why, and kind of the significance of each book. So the first book we're looking at is New X-Men 128. It's the first appearance of Phantom X. Are you familiar with this new X-Men run? It was like probably in the early 2000s.
No.
Okay, no worries. So Phantom X is part of the Uncanny X-Force. He's a really cool character. He's just kind of like a silent like assassin almost. He kind of reminds me of Snake Eyes, but like if you put Snake Eyes and Deadpool like kind of together, that's kind of what it reminds me of. That's obviously not Phantom X on the cover. That's Phoenix, of course.
Yeah.
Phoenix. Dark Phoenix. Yeah, yes, sir.
I always say Dark Phoenix.
Okay. And then we're looking also at Punisher War Journal, which, bro, I'm sure you had like 3 or 4 copies of an issue of this amazing series from our childhood, right? Yeah. So with Deadpool coming out, the expectation or the possibility of the Punisher and Wolverine meeting in the MCU continuity, Fox, whatever you want to call it, it becomes more possible with the announcement that Punisher is going to make it into, I think, Deadpool or like the MCU in general. So these books caught a little bit of heat. And dude, talk about a couple of years ago, man, I bought both these books for $8 a piece. Yeah. But Punisher War Journal, like forever, will always be one of my favorite comics. Just to like, if I find it in a dollar bin, I'll just pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
You want to hear something fun? Can I interject real quick?
Yeah, of course.
I hated Punisher growing up, but when Netflix came out with that series with John Bernthal, that first season was amazing. I got a new love, a new respect for Punisher, because they've done Punisher dirty like with previous movies.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys have watched that on Netflix. They canceled it, I think, after season 2. They just messed it up. But if you ever watch season 1 of Netflix of The Punisher, I advise you to watch it. Like I said, it gave me a new love. I never understood the Punisher versus Wolverine. I never really got into it. Huge Wolverine fan, obviously because of X-Men.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone wants to put a comment on that, if you've even watched it on Netflix, let's chat about that later on. But that's my little Punisher take. Love the logo. Just wasn't a fan of the comic in a sense, but watched it on Netflix.
Yeah, the 3rd season was probably like everyone's favorite because there's an introduction of who is it? Colin Farrell played him. The assassin dude. What's his name? Chat, help us out here. I can't remember off the top of my head, but so Ralph, what I'm gonna do now, since we kind of went through these 3 books, I'm gonna okay, here you go. John Smith, like season 1.
Yeah.
So you got some agreements there. I'm gonna reveal the grades that I got out of these books. I'm gonna go solo layout real quick. So let's see here. Gotta make sure I go in order. So I'm hoping for a 9.6 in this book. I do know the grades of these books, but so this is the first appearance or the first meeting between Punisher and Wolverine. And I would say it's an iconic cover, quote unquote, but it's a bullseye. There you go. Thank you, Ryan. Let's see here. So I got a 9.4, kind of a bummer. I'll still take it. I may put this on eBay. We'll see. All right. And then the next cover is Punisher War Journal number 7. I'll always forever love this cover just because it's Wolverine about to like kill Punisher. And as a kid, I mean, this is just filthy. It's Jim Lee does the cover on this too, Ralph. So
yeah, I love Jim Lee.
There you go.
But okay, can I say something? The thing I hated about that combo was Punisher had no shot against Wolverine. To me it was unrealistic. I don't know if y'all remember the X-Men cards where they used to, back in New York, we used to get these Marvel cards, and it used to have like every X-Men or like the bad guys powers and all that. So you can
of course. Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah, like who was more powerful? Like I don't know about y'all. I was an Archangel guy because everyone was Wolverine. I was Archangel when Apocalypse ripped his out, the little feathers and all that. Like he was soft. Once they got the metal joints in there, it was game over, and then he turned blue. But I just, Punisher had no shot. I mean, come on now. You take if you put a show together with Netflix, The Punisher, you know, and then you put like, you know, what we got is Wolverine now. Come on now,
Yeah.
Wolverine is slicing that gun up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, 100%. It's the story's a little weird because like they don't really fight. Like it's almost like Wolverine's almost toying with him, in my opinion. Like you can see in that cover, like he's slicing up his chest, man. Like he's not out to kill him. But yeah, there's no way that Wolverine would.
yeah, I mean, come on now.
Okay, here's the last one. So this is the Phantom X one. This one was so this series of books to like press and grade, it's pretty tough. There was some definite stress in the cover here. So I was hoping for a 9.4 or better, but I was pretty happy with this grade. And this goes for like 150 to 209.8. It's a long-term spec. And 9.6, I'll take that, man. I think I paid like $20 for this book. So hoping for like $75 currently in today's market. We'll see. I don't know how the market's gonna kind of return here, but all right, cool. Yeah, so man, that's kind of how grades work out. You have kind of that range. You can kind of see I have a 9.4, 9.6. That's pretty average. And 9.8's like if you have like a brand new book, you should probably want a 9.8. It's kind of hard not to, unless it's just jacked. But there is that, and I've told you this before, like there's the art of pressing a comic book into like getting all the grooves and shit out of it. So anyway, I don't know. What'd you think of that? What'd you think about that, man?
Yo, it's a good investment, man. I mean, yeah. I know you're kind of more when we talk about this as an investment. I know you're talking about the market's kind of going down low. I mean, but I mean, if you're doing minimal investments, you know,
yeah,
$75 out of what 20?
Yeah, and
just like in the sneaker industry, right? You get a like example. I don't know if you guys are sneakerheads, but the Air Max 90 from or the Air Max 1 from Tinker Hatfield just dropped. That's coming at 160. You're looking at that about maybe 300. Well, a long line, limited quantities came out. I mean, the investment's the same. You know, if you're getting that comic book for 20 and you're flipping it for the 75, I mean, I'd probably sit on it a little bit longer.
Yeah. And Gallon TV, man, you know, it's hard to say. I would say, I think a lot of shows that I've been watching, especially lately, it's got to be sellers that are selling their books now. Like they're not desperate yet. So you have to see desperation in the market. Economically, you got interest rates are pretty high. You got prime rate at 8.25. So that means if you're using a credit card or just short-term financing to buy a comic book, you're probably less you're gonna be. You gotta do the math in your head. You gotta say like, so if I'm buying a $10 comic book and I'm selling on eBay for 2.5%, and my credit card's at 22%, like I gotta sell this book for like $35 to $40 before I make a payment on it, right? So you're probably less likely to buy 10 copies of that said book or whatever. You're probably more likely to buy like maybe 1 or 2. So I haven't really seen I haven't seen a major dip in the market, especially since rates kind of tick down a little bit long term. But I think certain comic books are gonna bounce back. Maybe not to 2021 levels. It's gonna take a long time to get there because there was just free money everywhere. Because I think a lot of people got jaded. People that got back into the comic book market in 2020, 2021, 2022, and were like, oh, I can buy this book for $5 and sell it for 20. That market's gone. It's not like there's something has to bring that comic book market back. On the show on Sunday, I'll show kind of recession-proof comic books that are going to be part of the market, I believe. But yeah, there's portions of the market aren't going to come back. It's like NFTs. It's like the SPAC investments where one of the famous SPAC investments I can remember is there was this company that was doing helicopters that were like taxis in New York City, but they were AI, so they were unoperated and they're electric. That company's gone. It's conceptual. So like if you were a stockholder in that company at like $2 a share and you bought it 15, it may never get back up to $15 a share. That is just a very conceptual type of company. You can kind of equate that to comic books now. Like if, you know, all these new characters were being like sniffed out or whatever, But if those characters don't ever come to fruition or no one cares about them, then that's never going to come back in those particular properties. I think B, C, D level characters, it's going to be really hard for those comic books to come back unless you bought them for like a quarter, you know. Gallon TV. I think when you said you got the book for 20, that's not including the 25 to have it graded. Yeah, it's not. It's not. So it cost me like around 42 to 45 bucks. So I'll be happy if I make 75 bucks on that book. But you kind of have to also like negate, well, if I can, I'll take a loss on that book or I'll break even a little bit if I can make 150 on this other book, you know? So it's a numbers game too. So, and yes, Joe, if you are buying as an investment strategy, you need counseling. Southpaw Brad, he's a good friend of the show, best realtor in South Carolina, and Joe's the best in all of Oklahoma. And my Filipino brother, he's got freaking issues. So legit, Ralph. Like we're
not talking about quitting your job and just investing in comic books, but you know, whatever. It's a side hustle, man. I mean, if you can make any little dollar, you know, like I just learned about the app Afterpay. Like, why can't you integrate comic books if someone's got like a $500 comic book and you can't afford to buy it for $500? You use Afterpay.
Well, technically you can. You can buy a comic book online, like on eBay, and use PayPal, like Afterpay type stuff. So technically you can. I think more what these guys are saying is like there's particular comic books that I would not consider a long-term or even a short-term investment because there's not enough like backstory. There's not enough foundation with those properties, right? And there's the old saying, like, you know, buy what you like. At the same time, though, like that's kind of I think that's sometimes used as kind of an easy way out to say like, oh, well, I didn't say buy that as an investment. I said buy what you like. And this show is usually like what I like to do is just like I think to show what the current market's showing. I could be wrong 5 months from now, but I'm never gonna say like buy this book. It's gonna be worth $50, and that's not the kind of show it is. I'm like, hey, I bought this book for $6. I thought I was going to go to this. I need this at this grade because it's currently selling at this amount to make money. That's kind of what the show's about. So, all right, let's go with our next set of books. So we got Excalibur 101. It's a first mention of MI13. MI13, Ralph, is basically a team made up of the Black Knight, Blade, and some other. It's basically a British operative team. And they're based off that kind of like the Blade kind of like, you know, whatever. Obi-Wan can blow me. That is freaking hilarious. Oh my God. That's like the greatest name ever. I think I've seen you before though, but thanks for joining the chat. We'll do a giveaway at the end. So yeah, that's awesome. That's an awesome freaking name. Swordmaster. Now this is one of like, when you say buy what you like this is like my favorite comic book out now. It's, your son would love it. It's anime and it's a little bit of anime, Final Fantasy, comedy, and there's snippets of like current lore with Iron Fist and Shang-Chi in this book. If you ever come back to Seattle or if I'm down there, I'll give you it. There you go, Shang-Chi. Boom. And Totally Awesome Hulk #1. Now this was like, again, this is kind of buy what you like. This is Totally Awesome Hulk is Amadeus Cho. He is the Korean, I believe, Hulk. His mom actually was the doctor that's killed by Ultron in Avengers, Age of Ultron or whatever. So anyway, so that is why I got these books. They're speculative, but two of them are kind of like, I like the books. So here we go. All right. So Excalibur number 101. This is an old school book. Ralph, this came out in 1996, so you probably did read it or saw this book.
I hated Excalibur. I felt like they were.
I didn't like Excalibur either, man.
Yeah,
I like the name.
I didn't even like X Factor. X Factor, they were trash too.
Yeah.
They had Havoc, you know, as the leader, and you know, Havoc. Obviously, we all know is Cyclops' son from, you know, whatever that they thought died at birth.
Yeah. So 9.6 on this guy. Hoping for a 9.8 in all of these. And I like this art here. It's a tan cover. Billy Tan, I think, is who did it. Not Billy Tan, but 9.6. I was kind of bummed at this 9.6. The Swordmaster is like one book that has fallen quite a bit. If you're really in belief that Swordmaster is going to make it in the MCU, which I am, but not really counting on it for a long time, it's probably a good idea to buy those books on the dip. But I just enjoy the story. It's the most original story I've read in a long time. And yes, mummies are pretty scary, dude. You know, my fiance, Ralph, she's Mexican, right? So she's hella religious. Bro, she does not like any Exorcist. She don't like no spirit movies. She don't like anything to do with religion, man. So like when she leaves for the weekend, that's when I watch my like horror movies. You know what I'm saying? And yes, Joe, 9.6s are the devil. So here's some, Ralph. Here's some kind of crazy, right? So, it's a good time on a Thursday. I want to say thank you to all 13 that are with me and my buddy Ralph. Again, if you someone tell I do pre-screening. I do pre-screening.
Invited on a Sunday.
What's that?
I need to be invited on the Sunday.
It's early. It's early morning. Yeah. 13's good for this show, so I'm pretty happy with it right now. Yeah. So Ralph, so what Joe was kind of saying that 9.6s are the devil. So you would think, right, that a 9.8, let's say like a 9.8, just a regular cover of one of these guys, right, goes for $100, let's say. Okay, what would you think a 9.6, like the next grade down, would go for? Just without thinking about it really too hard.
Not much.
Not much less, right?
Yeah.
Incorrect, man. If a 9.8 goes for $100, say in this book, a 9.6 could go for like 50. The disparity is very large because we as comic book collectors, we're snobs, man. We want that 9.8, man. And yeah, dude, Obi-Wan can blow me. You are exactly right. Hey, you got Brad Selden saying go Mets, dude. How do you know? Hey, by the way, how do you know if you're a Mets fan or Yankees fan? Like, how do you determine that?
Mets fans are kind of like they just want to be different, right?
Okay.
Everyone's a Yankee. Everyone's a part of everyone, is against the empire, right?
Yeah.
They're like the little brother. They're like the Jets. They're cute. They barely win.
I thought you're a Jets fan. Oh, no, you're a Giants fan. My bad.
Yeah. No, but usually, because you got to think the Jets and the Mets are kind of losers. They've always kind of like lost that life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, last time Mets won a World Series, what, 86? What are we in, 2023? Long time, man.
I love how Ralph just puts it just simplifies it. It's easy.
Yeah, last time the Jets won the Super Bowl, what, Joe Namath? I got my New York Giants championship banner over there. I should show that to you.
I would say that the Jets have like the coolest like chant, but the Giants have the filthiest like
JETS, Jets. Speaking of, if you're a Giants fan and you want to see me in Arizona, the Giants are coming to Arizona this year, which I'm gonna have to get tickets for that. So
yeah, Ralph, I just put up your Instagram right there.
Follow me, I'll follow you back. Just DM me and to say, hey man, I saw you on the.
Hey man, we never been, and I was not talking any shit, man. There was no shit to talking over here, man. But yeah,
yeah.
Hey man, we were dude. I was at that game that Cal Raleigh hit that home run to get us in the playoffs. It was the greatest time of my life, man. I had a great time.
But it's sad as a fan when you post banners of like division titles. That's awful. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh hey, or we won 116 games. That's awful. I mean, super bust, man.
I'm just glad we have a team, man. They're fun. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, I'm a Giants fan. Rooting for the Yankees is like rooting for Microsoft. We got some good, dude. Ralph, you're bringing on all the comments in the chat today, man.
Hey, if this was on another day, I want to be wearing my Yankee stuff. So. You guys caught me in the opening day fever.
It's good. It's all good. It's all good fun, guys. So let's see here. So my next set here. Let me see. Oh, okay. So I got Swordmaster.
If I'm invited to the next episode, I got a lot of questions for you guys.
Okay. All right.
So,
all right.
Like I was big into. I don't know if y'all know this. Star Blazers. That was like a Japanese cartoon back in the day. So, we gotta have talks about that. I don't know if they came out with a comic book for that, but I gotta look into that. So
okay. I don't know. That's a good question. I've always wanted to do like a panel, like
You gotta do an anime channel, man.
Well, this is an anime channel right now. Okay, all right. This is a comic book channel. Okay. God, man, it just never ends.
I hate you.
I know, I hate you too. Anyway, so the next set of books we have here are very it's dominated by like kind of my quote unquote Asian like MCU type stuff. But in the middle here, I picked up the Swordmaster #9 for $6. That is the lowest print run of the cover A's of this series, of this 12-book series. The middle book, Young Avengers Presents #5. I bought this for like $1 because Stature, even though that movie sucked, I haven't seen it. I just heard it sucked. Even I just got this because she shows up in it. It's the origin of Stature. And then this War of the Realms Ages #2. Actually, this was given to me by somebody as kind of like a bonus book. I just thought it was a beautiful cover. It's Silk. Do you know who Silk is, Ralph?
No.
Okay, not. Silk. So Silk is one of the new Spider characters. Basically, she's a Korean Spider Girl, or she's a Korean person that is Silk. She's just another character. So yeah. So let's see the grades. I don't know why I can't talk right now. Okay, we'll go with Silk #1. So this is War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas. It's a virgin cover from Frankie's Comics, everyone's favorite independent store owner. Home for a 9.8 on this one. Again, I got this free, so and boom, we got a 9.8. And yes, I have free on a free one. Yeah, so I think that retails for like $80 right now. It's kind of soft because it's not. There's so many covers of this comic book that, excuse me, it didn't really go for that much. And it's Frankie's Comics. A lot of people don't like Frankie's Comics. I'm not trying to talk bad about them, but some people don't like them because of a lot of reasons. But I don't mind them. Young Avengers Presents #5. So that's the one I was talking about earlier. 9.8. And then, bro, do you just love this cover? I mean, just look at the art, man. I mean, you like anime. Your kid likes anime. Like, is that just anime to a T?
Yep.
100, right? 9.8, baby.
9.8. There it is.
Yeah. So my pricing skills were pretty good on these books. We're almost done. I got the last set of books here to go. I mean, I have some other ones I guess I could show real quick. Okay, so I didn't make any slides for these, but I'll show them anyway. Ralph, are you a fan of the new Obi-Wan show?
Oh, I loved it. Okay, so if you guys watch the Obi-Wan show, I didn't like how he didn't have his power. Next thing you know, he's fighting Vader. He got all the power. He got his ass whipped the first time.
Yeah.
You know, he's bringing out all the rocks and all that. But you know, I don't know, man. At the end, it kind of got me. I don't know if you guys know. Are they coming out? I heard they're coming out with a season 2. I don't know. There's
probably will.
More to tell.
I mean, so, it was pretty good.
Because we got to get to see if obviously he saw Qui-Gon at the end, like. And then we got to integrate Yoda because Yoda's in Yoda's in what's it? It's not Dagobah, right? Dagobah? The Dagobah system? Yeah. Anyway, they got to integrate Yoda about his training. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not really good at like Star Wars spec, but you're awful, I dug the game, and I dug Obi-Wan, and so this is the first appearance of 5th brother, 7th sister, and 8th brother. So it's Star Wars Darth Vader #7 and 9.8.
So now how much is that hitting for?
This is like 50 to 100. It just depends on what day. I probably won't list it for. I'll probably want at least like 75 for it, so I'll put it 75. And then this is Star Wars #6 from 2015. Anyone in the chat, I cannot remember who the first appearance of this is. But it's Kara or Sarah Starr, I can't remember, but she came up with she has a new show, or sorry, a new comic book series. 9.8. That's speculation on that one. And then Doctor Strange Damnation #4. I got this cover because it has what's her face? Black Bloodstone on it. Elsa Bloodstone's on the cover on this one. So she is right there. Can't really see her, but she's in it. I was hoping for a 9.8, and I got 9.6. So that's a quick one for you guys. I don't want to keep you guys all too long. So we're about 40 minutes in. So we definitely do, man. I can't keep up with the Star Wars stuff, man. And like
Obi-Wan can blow. Okay.
Obi-Wan can blow me. Dude, wait, is that you? No, Jesus right here. Oh, what's up? What's up?
4 beers. Hey, I've had 4 beers, man. I'm usually on my Star Wars point. I can tell you I didn't like the last 3.
I don't claim to be a Star Wars expert. I just don't plan. I'm just not good at it because like Ralph, check it out, man. Like there's so much bullshit like Star Wars comic book speculation. And people in chat, every single like month there's a brand new Jedi, there's a brand new like Sith guy. There's just every comic book. And so like I'm not hating on FOC people. Maybe I am a little bit, but like if you're pushing first appearances in any Star Wars title, you an asshole.
Yeah.
You know, you can state that there's a first appearance in a book, but if you're pushing them, that's a good investment. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not nice. That doesn't help the community. Volsey, what's going on, man?
Hey, when are we gonna talk about like Transformer comic books and stuff like that?
Probably another show, man. I got dinner to go after this.
You gotta do Transformers, and I gotta get caught up in Image.
You can make all these slides, and then you come talk to me.
I ain't doing all that, man.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. See that's what happens, man. That's always with you. You always have these good ideas, but you don't do the work.
You know
what you got? What you got there? Okay, we'll take a little break for my unboxing. Show it off, man. What you got there?
We take a break.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm going to you.
No. I'm just saying. I mean, I remember back in the day, like when I was growing up in the.
Wait a sec. Do you have any more of those All Hail Megatrons?
No, I don't got. That's all I got, man. I told you got me back into the game, man. I had like
all right,
easily almost 1,000 comic books back in the day.
Yeah,
I used to have the comic books or the books where the all the Autobots were like cut in half and stuff like that. It like affected my childhood.
It is fun to keep up with.
I'm back.
And Wade is like the dude when it comes to Star Wars. And I think Obi-Wan Can Blow Me is probably up there. Solo Wookiee is definitely, I mean, these 3 guys are like really, from the comments that I've seen them make in other shows and just like their contribution to the community, man, like they know their Star Wars shit like really well. And Wade definitely knows Magic the Gathering shit. He knows all that type of stuff. He was telling us about in the Discord, he was talking about, like, I think Wade, you kind of started off the whole conversation about, so check this out, Ralph. This is some nerd shit. Magic the Gathering is putting out a Lord of the Rings like collab.
Uh-huh.
And there's these packs, like the specific pack from this set that you have to buy. And in those packs is the one ring, but it's a 1 of 1.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's gonna worth so much money. Anyway.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, and some of the things I would like to talk about down the line is like Willow. Who's watching the new Willow?
I'm not watching that, man.
I heard it was awful. You know, so
no, we don't spec on Willow. Oh, we did. I legit though. I did spec on Willow. I bought a copy. I found in a dollar bin and I graded it. Got like a 9.4. I probably sold it for like $50, and I was happy with it. You know, why not? But that yeah, man. Like yeah. Let's see here. I got these are the last 3 I got left. Do you need? Okay, cool. Ralph's gonna take a little interlude real quick, everyone. But anyway, yeah. So I'll talk about these 3 books. We're at 19 live. If we get one more, I'll give away a slab. So if anyone wants to bring a homie in, I'll give away a slab today at the end of the show. I just want to thank everybody for coming through on a Thursday, kind of on a whim, to hang out with me and Ralph. Ralph, like I was saying at the beginning of the show, we've been friends for a very, very long time. He actually inspired me in like a lot of the art stuff that I'm into, and like just kind of like streetwear and just kind of fashion. We just always like piggyback like ideas with each other. So it's really cool to have him on the show. Ralph, I was just kind of telling people that came in just now that, are kind of what we were kind of like our passions were about back in the day. and how we're still friends and all that, and whatever. But Wade says nobody's watching Willow.
Yeah.
And Solo Wiki said he watched all of Willow, whatever. And my Filipino brother, he's got freaking issues, bro. You should follow the homie. He's got freaking issues, and all that good stuff. But this kind of reminds me of something real quick, and then I'll get into the last three. I saved these three for last. Dude, do you think it's kind of annoying that they keep trying to like reinvent old stuff, and so there's more like scrutiny on those like properties that like Willow, for example? I wasn't really like a diehard Willow fan, but I sure as hell like would watch it. Val Kilmer, Mad Mardigan, right? Like everybody knew who Mad Mardigan was, right? Yeah. But like he was the main attraction in that movie. And so like if you're gonna make, like, obviously he can't act anymore. Like why can't you do an original idea of fantasy? Like why reopen that world to more scrutiny from like us old heads? Are you cool with it, or like do you think it's like I mean,
like I said, if they try to redo like Princess Bride or something, I'm gonna go nuts. If they try to do like a remake of Princess Bride, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's all about money, right? Everyone's trying to make $1, but I just feel like whoever's doing it, it's not creative. Like it's just like I said, like the last 3 Star Wars were awful. You know what I'm saying? Like how is how's it, you're going to learn the Force in 10 minutes and pick up a lightsaber and to start, competing with, you know what I'm saying? It just bothers me. It's just like, they're not doing it enough justice. They're not putting thought into it. If anything, follow the books, because, as soon as like, Star Wars was done with Return of the Jedi, there was books, follow those books.
Yeah.
But everyone's trying to get there, they're trying to be politically appropriate. Me being African American, it's like, okay, yeah, you didn't see me in there. You gave us a little Lando, whatever. Which my dog is named Lando. Anyway, it's like everything is kind of being politically correct, and now it's kind of like, to me, it's disingenuous. Now.
Yes.
Like we got like all kind of black Jedis and all that, and then you got Samuel L. Jackson. I love Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Mace Windu. You couldn't get someone else, and then I don't know, man. It's I love that things are changing, but I feel like it's too it's not organic.
Yeah, it's not. It's too much. It's like studios don't want to they're political in regards. Everyone wants to be included. That's like how society is kind of like marketing nowadays. Like there's inclusion for everyone, which I think is good, but at the same time, like us being POC or whatever, like if they were like I would say this on shows, like if they were to put a Filipino dude cast as a Jedi, I'd be like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And it doesn't make me want to go see the movie more. So you're actually not bringing in more people into the show because you're just doing it for money. You know what I mean? So, Volsey says, I hated Sam Jackson as Mace Windu. Mum Ra is scary as fuck. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
But here's something funny. Like the most original characters in comic books, like for me right now, are African American characters. And I think it's just because it's an original idea, but it's not like Sam Wilson isn't like I'm not against him, but he's not my favorite like new character to watch. But I love reading and rereading Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel, or Static. Static is like my new favorite African American character who's a DC character. I do enjoy those characters that are being written, but they're more original characters. It's not like Miles is cool. Like I dig Miles. The one thing that kind of takes away from Miles is that it's Spider-Man, that it's not like a brand new character, so that kind of hurts him a little bit, but I still dig Miles. Like they did a good job with Miles because you still have Peter Parker and you still have Miles, right? That's where I think I think that's where it's a good thing, because if the more that everyone digs a character versus like, oh, they're just trying to do it to like, adhere to that one group or whatever, the more successful that character is going to be, I think that's in general, that's what people want. They just want more originality. They want new characters that are not based off of or done because the studio wants to hit like that particular like section of a group, whatever it may be. So
yeah, yeah. Like I mean, like Black Panther came out years ago, right? They
yeah,
they did it the right way.
yeah,
They didn't say, "Oh, hey, we're gonna do such and such, and he's coming out next week."
yeah,
There's no,
yeah,
it's I don't know, man.
yeah. And the cool thing about Black Panther too is like you can bring that culture to where like for me, like I was like, oh man, I want to learn about like African culture now, and like where do they get the beats and like where do they get the inspiration for all those different costumes and whatnot? Like that makes me want to read more about it. You know what I mean? So, but we're not here to talk about Black Panther, are we? Oh, I guess we are. Kind of. So these 3 books were kind of like my favorite ones out of the submission I did. Again, almost an hour in, we got 17 live. We did get 21 at one point, so I will give a slab out today. Should we let Ralph into the drawing, people? I'm gonna let the people decide if we should let you in the drawing or not.
Let me in.
Yeah. We should do like if there was like a thumbs down emoji you could do, that'd be kind of funny. But we'll decide after we announce these. But so Doctor Strange 384. This is Donny Cates' run. He done Doctor Strange. I don't prefer Donny Cates as much anymore. But this run on Doctor Strange with Donny Cates was really good. There's a Century, I think second print and 383 or maybe 384. I can't remember, but his run in this was really good. Ralph, if you can find Doctor Strange 380 through 389, like at a comic book store for like cover price, dude, it's a good read. I really like those. I really like those. That run of Doctor Strange. The next book here, Incredible Hercules, number 133. It's the origin of Amadeus Cho. So kind of piggybacking. So again, when you're speccing on comic books or you want like the value, first appearance is always number 1. Second, third appearances are kind of like, pick them up. Origin is also another key to a character. So if you're speccing on a character or you're thinking he's going to be worth something, he or she, you want to get the origin of that character. So if you see
New Mutants 99 with Deadpool.
New Mutants 98 would be a first appearance of Deadpool.
Oh, 98.
Yeah, it's 98.
99?
Chat, is it 98 or 99? Pretty sure it's 98, but
because they sequence into X-Force 1 right after that.
Oh man, I really don't know. Probably. Yeah,
you
probably know more about that.
Yeah, I had that joint in the bag with Cable on the cover.
Hey, Obi-Wan can blow me. If you like that so much, I'll make that the giveaway today. 98, Southpaw Brad, and he's got for
Oh, my bad. 98.
No, man, you're good. You're good. I would like to say this about our community too, is like we're never like hating on each other. We're always like here to just be informational, and they're not like you where you like tell people.
Can I ask a question on that cover? Because like I said, I had that issue. Wasn't it Deadpool was on the cover of that New Mutants episode? That cover,
no,
like he was.
Oh, which one?
On the 98.
All right, we'll do it right now.
I'm sorry to get off track of.
You're always off track, man. I mean, I'm shocked that you're. That's it. You see it? That's 98.
God, I feel like my backdrop was white when I had it. Like it was like a white backdrop, not that black.
Let's see. 99 is 99 is black or white.
So yeah. That's probably where I got confused.
Yeah.
Right.
So Ralph is wrong, everyone. This happens a lot. Just kidding. But no, man. I mean, I never know. So see what's cool is like I've never seen 99. So that's a cool cover, man. Like legit. So, I'll make this the giveaway today. Incredible Hercules 133. And then Black Panther number 3, first appearance of Tosin. Now, Ralph, this was the book last year. Black Panther number 3, first appearance of Tosin. It goes for like 50 raw, right, peeps in the chat? Almost 250 to 200 to 250 in 9.8. There's a 1 in 25 that was like the cover of the year. Everybody and their mother wanted it. The reason being is Tosin is like the next Black Panther, right? That's what he's been labeled as. He's from like a tribe within Wakanda that like forges their own vibranium. and he's just a badass. Basically, he shows up on one page in this book, and dude, this was like, I would say this was the beginning of the end of the comic book boom, because this was the last book that everyone went crazy for and still goes pretty crazy for. 99 was Sunspot Lee's Pharaoh and Shatterstar first appearance. It's a solid book, dude. So if you still have it, it's a good book. And 98's down to 150. So yeah, it quote unquote I think that's a good buying at 150. This book, Ralph 2, is really tough to get 98 because it's a thicker book. It's like thick, like, you know, like My Last Girlfriend and that kind of thick. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. That was dumb. That was dumb.
I didn't know you had girlfriends.
Oh yeah. You trying to touch shit? You trying to touch shit again? You trying to touch shit? You know, everyone in the chat, this is the way that Ralph would sit at when we get Chinese food all the time. And so like we never get served because he was like just chilling or whatever. You know what I mean? Just kidding, man. I miss you, dude. But yeah, let's get into the grades, man. All right. So we got the giveaway, Hercules number 384. And I have a ton of these books. So, but this will be the giveaway today. So 9.6. That's all, man. I don't know if I would repress this book, but it is tough in 9.8 because of the white cover and the paper is very like flimsy, that kind of thing. Tough in 9.8 for sure. And then we got, I don't think I'm going to sell this cover. I like it too much. It's got I don't know the print run on this, but it's not very high. 9.8 out of this one. I got this for $10. And I think it's worth, I've seen on eBay go for like 50, but I just don't think people know about it. That's another thing too, Ralph, is that when you're getting books that you're like, man, no one knows about this book or short print run, you kind of have to be patient with those kind of books because people don't know the significance or like the rarity of a book sometimes.
Well, and that's what it seems like the game is patience.
Yeah. Or to know, like, not to hold too long too. So Black Panther number 3, the one we were talking about, which is probably my best submission of the submission so far, 9.8. So anyway, cool. So we got 21 live. Great show. Let's if you want to be put in the giveaway for the incredible Hercules number 133, do me a solid and click the like, subscribe, follow Ralph. Because we all know that you follow me, because like, you know, whatever, right? Just kidding. And then just type in BP in the chat for me. I'll give you guys like 20 seconds. Let's see here. Hey, Rock, you do me solid and just tell me who's typing in BP.
Typing what?
Typing in BP.
I don't see it.
In the chat? Are people typing in BP?
I don't see anything.
Okay, here we go. BP. Okay, we got Solo. You see the chat?
I'm not. Oh, you know what? I'm on full screen though, so.
Oh, okay. Obi-Wan Southpaw. Freaking issues. Hey, we got 21, dude. It's all because of you.
Hey, I'm gonna be on the next Sunday one too.
Oh, I don't think there's enough room for you on that one. Sorry.
I'm on that one. I gotta get educated, man. They're re-educated.
I may need your help on that. On some of the anime stuff. I don't know anything about anime, and we've been talking about wanting to get into anime and just kind of learn more about it because I think that's the future, really. Jizzy, Brad, no, Brad.
I can show off some of my books. I don't know if I have anything like real expensive though.
Yeah, guys, I think I got Solo Wookiee already. Okay, so I got 8 in the wheel of Volsey. Cave drawings. I got Volsey in there. Got Volsey. Gallon TV. Gallon TV, do you have a oh, you guys follow my homie Wheelchair Superhero 87. He's good dude. Gallon TV, Wheelchair. Okay, I'm gonna put up the share screen. I'm gonna show who's all in the wheel, and if I missed you, let me know, please. So I got Solo, Obi-Wan, Southpaw, Freaking Issues, Hated Kuroa, Cosmic One, Snizzle Pop, Brad, Southpaw, Brad, Volsey, Cave Drawings. I got like 7 of your books pressed already for you, Cave Drawings. Gallon TV, Wheelchair Hero. I think I got you in there. Hold on, let me check. Superhero. Yeah, right here, right, bro. Hated Kuroa. Oh, okay. Okay, man. Oh, are we gonna put Ralph in it too?
Nah, it's not fair.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I got 12 in the wheel. Everybody, is that cool? I just want to make sure it's if it's fair. Brad was Brad Selden. Let me just take a look. Wait, hold on. I thought I put Brad in there. Okay. Brad Selden. There we go. Okay, I got Brad in there. Okay, I got 13. No Yankees fans allowed, dude. Obi-Wan can blow me. Okay. I just want to put your full name in there. Okay. So I got 13. Wait, Jizzy, are you in there? Let me check. Let me check. Is Jizzy in there? Wade, are you in there? Okay, I'm gonna put Jizzy in there. Okay. Commander Cody, do you want in this man? Cleveland Indian fans should win everything.
Let's get that wheel going.
All right, 5 seconds left. 5. Okay.
4, 3.
Adam, do you want in this? Adam, I'm going to put you in there. Okay. All right, we got 16 entries. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but fuck it. Wade. $25 live. Wade, congratulations, bro. No, man, you're good, man. It doesn't matter. It's all good. We're all family here. All right, Jizzy or Wade, just hit me up in my DMs. Do slide in my DMs, and everyone, please like and hopefully subscribe. I don't know if y'all subscribe. Ralph is actually opening up a shop. It's a high fashion shop over in Arizona. In like it looks like fall or winter of next year.
We're shooting October.
Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, if you guys aren't following Ralph Belair on Instagram, please do so.
I don't post much, but
when he does,
going, I will be posting some comics and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, just getting with Fernando again, man. Like I said, messing around. I know he's a little bit negative with the market. To me, it's low cost to open up a comic book store. You know what I'm saying? The margins are slim, but it's all about volume. If you get the right aesthetic and the right volume and the right people in the community, people will support it, man.
Yeah. If you open a comic store, I may follow you.
No, you're not going to dick right on it. We're supposed to be doing it together. I'm not going to let you just jump in on it. I mean, opening up a comic book is a $30,000 investment.
I don't got that kind of cheese, man.
$1,000 rent on $1,000 location. I mean, I've seen great comic book stores where you can do Dungeons and Dragons, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I hate dungeons. I hate dragons.
You're a mortgage broker. You know? And you got to get a side. Hey guys, it's a time of side hustle. Live your dreams out, man. If y'all want to open up a comic book store, do it right and get it in the right location.
No, Ralph is an entrepreneur extraordinaire for sure, man. So I want to thank all 25 plus of you guys for coming through. I want to thank Ralph very much for coming through, man. It was a good time, man. You brought out the energy, brought the comments in the chat. Did you have a good time, my friend?
No, yeah, I had a great time. Let's do it. I mean, I'll be more Sundays. I'm always available, so
cool.
You know, as long as wifey ain't tripping on me, you know.
Hey, man, you know, sometimes you just gotta listen to the wifey. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you know those Latina.
I know them Latinas. I know the Filipinos. I know all the POCs up in here. You know what I'm saying? So thanks again, everybody. You all have a great Thursday. Have a great week, and we'll see you hopefully on Sunday.
Yeah.